Hey love bugs, welcome or welcome back. If you're tuning in for the first time, I'm Ashley Bedeck. Today I've teamed up with Nadula and they sent me over this beautiful 10-inch Yaki straight bob. This is a 7x5 bye-bye knots lace wig with the invisible drawstring in the back. So simple and easy to install. I suspect that my 8-year-old and my 6-year-old daughters could do this, because it's just that simple. This one here is a classic staple, especially as we go into the holiday season. It gives you put together, sleek, clean, and just an overall fire look. I did go ahead and do a very beautiful, simple install, but I made it my own with a little bit of baby hair, which is optional. You'll see in the video that this one fits glueless. It fits like a glove, and then you'll see me adjust the drawstring and chef's kiss. As far as the texture and length, it's super perfect. The cut is perfect. You don't have to touch it up or do anything else. You'll see in the video I'm going to go in and silk press it just to show you that you don't have to add any product. It has a beautiful natural luster and so much body. Like, this is silk pressed down, but you can add like curls, wand curls to it and do a cute little bob look. And although this is a closure, you can even switch the parting up and make it a side part. This one has a pre-everything cap construction with a pre-cut lace, pre-bleached knots, and a pre-plucked hairline. She is affordable. Right in time for the seasons, this is a way to get ready in advance and have yourself in style without breaking the bank. And she is the perfect fit for almost all head sizes. I mean, what more can I ask for? She's affordable and she looks this good. I'm gonna jump into the tutorial. It's gonna be a very simple and easy beginner-friendly install. So if you wanna see how we got this look and catch a vibe with me, let's get started. Okay, love bugs, today I've teamed up with Nadula. Let's see what we got because I don't even remember what I ordered. It says 7x5 bye-bye knots lace wig. The origin of hair is Brazilian and we went 10-inch. Oh, give it to me. This is gonna be too tea. You guys see they included a sheet of the bye-bye knots wig tape in the bag. So we're gonna put that aside for just a second and we are going to do a nice reveal. So they like to keep the wig nice and protected, which we can all appreciate. Look at this beautiful texture. Ooh, you guys know it's holiday season. I feel like I love a bob all season. I love all my wigs all season, to be honest. I don't discriminate, but really right now it rained, like the biggest rain, the actual rain of the first. I haven't eaten all day, so I feel like my mouth is muffled, scuffled, all the things. But today we had the first like real rain of the season, and it's just giving throw on a bob, a chunky sweater, and some Ugg boots, and call it a day. Look at how snatched that parting and that hairline is. This is a pre-everything cap construction. So you have pre-cut lace, pre-bleached knots, and a pre-plucked hairline. It's already nice and flat and sleek. Literally the perfect parting, so you don't even want to interrupt it. Of course, it's nice to have the option to, when you flip her around, you see the 7x5 closure situation. You can definitely pull off a side part with this one, and if you want it super deep, you have your wig on, and you kind of shift it and do the parting to the side, and you can really make it a super deep parting if you will. We have that nice scallop cut along the hairline, which is really going to make the wig blend into your hairline. Beneath that, you do have your adjustable and removable elastic band. This more so is a traditional cap with a larger comb at the nape, the adjustable straps, and then you also of course have that upgrade of the beautiful drawstring. So let me go ahead and adjust the straps and all of the things, and let's go ahead and put her on and get to styling. Yes, ladies, this is going to be the perfect wig. It has that beautiful Yaki straight texture. This is going to give more of a natural blowout, a natural wrap or silk press to the hair. Initially, it feels like relaxed blow-dried hair where it's nice and straight. It has so much bounce and body to it, but it also still has that nice natural Yaki texture. Again, so that when you wear her for days and days, once you get that nice melt on the hairline, it's most certainly going to give slay. This is the cut and the length from the side. It's nice and thick and full, so it's not giving stiff bob, and it's also not giving like skimpy bob by any means. For reference, here goes a look at the cut from the back. Again, nice and full, the perfect length. You will not have to touch this cup cut up by any means. You kind of lift her up and you find that drawstring. You instantly can just grab on and just find that stopper and just adjust and get your wig as tight as you need. Once it's how you like, you just lift tuck that in there, and you are good to go. So now that we adjusted the strap from the back, I'll show you from the front. You can still lift and pull it back out from the front. So no matter where you are or what you're doing, if you need it to be looser or tighter, you can access it even without a mirror. Say for instance, you installed it home, you gotta carry it away and it's a little bit too tight. You can just pull it out, search for the stopper, release it a little bit and just find your comfort. Or of course, if you need it a little bit tighter, push it up tighter and adjust. Literally that easy. I know that we have like all these other things like the wig band in there or the adjustable elastic band in there, as well as the adjustable straps in the back. Those things you cannot access or adjust while you're out, and that's why I love the drawstring. And of course, it makes the hairline fit nice and flat and sleek, flush to the head. It's not loose or gonna move or gonna slide by any means, and it does have a glueless fit. I love that so much. The only thing I will say, so let's get into it. As I mentioned, you can do a side part on this one. The first thing I would do, especially because it's a bob, is make sure that I have it centered, and I kind of just hold the wig and just make sure it matches with my ears, and that's how I know it is centered. Parting is a little bit off center, which is okay, because I'm going to show you what it would look like as like a side part roughly. You can see here, you can go ahead and switch it to a side part, and then you still would have that beautiful cut. No need to customize in anything or switch it out, and that looks beautiful too. Definitely a nice switch up. You could do the no parting look, and that is gorgeous as well. Of course, when we go ahead and snatch it, you can switch it back. You definitely can just simply have fun with this one. For me, the first thing I want to do is go ahead and melt the lace. The reason I'm going to do this is because as much as this one fits glueless, it still sits on the head, and I feel like you have to essentially like wet it and get it tacky for it to like become like thin and like camouflage. You know what I mean? Like if you go into the forest, you can't just automatically camouflage. You got to either get naked and be brown with the dirt, or you got to put on your camo and blend. And so this is essentially is me putting on my camo and making it blend. I'm going to pull the lace back slightly and just apply a light coat. Again, we don't necessarily need to bond this one down, and I didn't bring it far up enough. But as I was saying, you don't necessarily need to like make this one blend. You don't really need to make this one like bond down. Like it's fine if you don't. Even now, you guys see I added that on there to melt the lace, and I don't need to hold it in place because again, the wig just already fits naturally nice and glueless. So that can go ahead and air dry because again, it's glueless. And then from here, you can get started on your install. For me, I like a little baby hair in the front or some micro baby hair or something. And the reason I do is because I feel like as much as I can make a picture look amazing and even a video in real life and in person on an everyday basis, I need something there that is going to make the wig look natural. And I feel like when the lace, even when tinted, does not have anything there, it just gives more wiggy than I like. So I'm going to just like stamp out a little bit of a parting, and I'm going to apply a little edge control at the base just to hold that in place. Next, you can take Next, you can take scissors and just cut. Today, I'm feeling like I want them to be pretty long. I don't need short baby hair because I don't really want baby hair. I just want that nice camo effect. So I'm going to just go ahead and cut them. And the great thing is if I actually do want them shorter, I can cut them shorter. And we can adjust that as needed later, but to me, baby hair like this also is a hack because it makes the hairline appear a little bit more plucked than it is. Next up, we're gonna go ahead and finish up the hairline by taking a little bit of wax, and we're gonna do the dynamic duo just to get it nice and sleek up front. Okay, so now we can go ahead and tint the lace and add a melt belt just to let everything in the hairline set. We're going to use Ruby Kisses in the shade 16 because you know that's my girl. I kind of mixed both colors. And that's what it looks like with the lace tint, and this is what it looks like without. This is the powder version of the same thing we used before we were using the cream. This is the powder, and you can just dab a little over top to just kind of set that cream into place so it doesn't move. Well, certainly an optional step. And again, I like to pack it in simply because This isn't a permanent product, so it will, like, you know, soften and wear out. Next, I'm gonna add a Nadula melt belt. We do have some goodies I'll show you at the end of the video, including a fresh melt belt. But why use the new one when we already got one out, baby? So let's go ahead and put this on, and then we can begin the process of styling the rest of the hair. Okay, let's go ahead and fix the parting, and we can go ahead and do the rest. But first, let me change your battery. Ooh. Okay, so let's go ahead and fix the parting. When I was holding it, I was saying how perfect the parting was, but apparently I shifted it a little bit. So let's go ahead and make a center part. And I like to line it up to my nose because my face is not centered. I wonder how it would be to get facial balancing. Like, would that benefit me? Because I definitely have two sides to my face, and this side is my good side. So let's go ahead and do the Dynamic Duo in the parting using this spray wax. I like this little mini brush because it's like a hard brush. So far so good. Let's go ahead and press out the hair. Now this one obviously is already a naturally straight wig, but something that I don't do as often is like part out the hair when I am pressing. Because it's straight, I lean on that fact, and I think it definitely will benefit the hair as far as especially like how long your press will last and just the overall look of it when you kind of like work in sections instead of just kind of like pressing over top. Okay, so silk pressing the hair is subtle, but a big difference. This is what it looks like, and it's nice and like fluffy, full of bounce and body, and again, a great density so that you don't have that stiff, thin bob. It's nice and full and healthy hair, but also this here looks so silky, and I didn't use any products. This is what you call, in my opinion, a silk press, and then with a little bump on the end, whereas this one here has a little bit more edgy, if you will. So I'm gonna go ahead and make the other side match, and then we can go ahead and take off the melt belt for the big reveal. Okay, let's go ahead and take off the melt belt. Wow, look at how sleek this is. Now, if you do not like baby hair, that is good for you. But me, oh, I'm gonna do some baby hair because I promise you, this to me is going to look better in real life. And of course, it opened up the hairline and give it the illusion that it's a little bit more pressed. You can take a little hairspray right here to kind of like give it a little bit more height if you're dramatic like me. But I feel like I did a good job just with the Dynamic Duo of doing that, so I don't feel like I need to. This is very, very, very much a safe go-to. I think I bumped this side a little bit too much. To me, this is a safe go-to like holiday, special occasion look. I like a bob on a birthday. I like a bob Christmas Day, Thanksgiving Day, every day. The only time I personally don't like a bob is through workouts, simply because you can't really put it in a ponytail the way you would need to. You can kind of shimmy it up to do like a little clip in it, but for the most part, if you're gonna sweat and stuff, you gotta sweat with it, which is the great thing about this being a glueless wig, because ideally, if you're in your bob moment, you can most certainly go ahead and have like your headband wig or just your easy wig that you can take this off, leave it on a mannequin head, put on your headband wig, or just wear your hair natural in a bun or or you know, whatever your vibe is. Go work out and be able to you know, take care of whatever hair you do and you preserve your bob, because I don't like an oily bob and I don't like a bob. I don't like an oily bob or a weighed down bob. I like it to give stiff wear, and that's exactly what this one does, especially with this beautiful texture. I feel like, again, it gives a blowout, so it's nice and full in density, but it also just gives rich in texture. So I love it. Of course, a sleek bob that's like silky straight and not like a yaki or a kinky texture is cool too, but this right here, it just gives, this is all me. You feel me? So we are pretty much done with this look. As I said, I don't like a heavy bob or a weighed down bob, so we're definitely not gonna oil sheen it today, but I do feel like it needs a little bit of something. I'm almost out of my wax, my carrot care, and it never dawns on me to order another one when I'm in Amazon or at the beauty supply. So I'm gonna just take this Bedeck one, rub a little bit in my palm. I don't know if you guys see, but I have a little bit of like static, you know, when the hair is freshly washed or just super healthy. So I'm gonna use that to lay down right here, simply because it's like a little bit of like static flyaways, and then kind of just brush that in because you don't want it to be like concentrated product just right there. And with that, you are good to go. This is what she looks like from the front. This is what she looks like from the side. Get a load of that cut. Very easy to install and style. Of course, you can add your own little flair if you like. And this is what she looks like from the back. I did not get a chance to bump it as much as I needed to, but you get the picture. I feel like when I wear a bob, this is the hairstyle when I want to carry like a rat tail comb around with me instead of like a brush or a comb, or you know, a brush or like a big comb. Ooh, look at that. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go. Oh, let me do the unboxing. So this one here is from Nadula, as I already mentioned, and they were kind enough to send me over my little favorite tote bags. This here has the Nadula logo on both sides with this like frosty clear pouch. I love the tan and brownish tannish detail to it. And again, you guys already know, these are like the one size fits most. Like I have enough that like as a family of 5, when it's time to pack and travel and like get on a plane and go somewhere, trust you will find those all throughout our luggage filled with like separating things. I use them as wet bags when we go to the pool to be able to put like the wet stuff into. I put them as lunch bags, snack bags, toiletry bags, all of the bags. So those definitely come in handy, but of course the primary purpose is to store your wig. This is the box that was inside of my bag, and of course it has that beautiful Nadula logo. And inside we did get some goodies. I think I already showed you this, but we did get a sheet of that Bye Bye Knots wig tape. This is a bunch right here, so every time you want to apply, I'm not a wig tape girly, but it's a great option for those of you who like glue and wig tape and all of the things. Here is a fresh melt belt, as I did use one of these in the video. I have a fresh one on deck. This here is a baby hair brush with the comb, the brush, and the rat tail on the opposite end. And then of course we get a pack of HD wig caps. I feel like you can never have a big enough stash of these. I think I have like a very huge stash. I'll never run out. And then last but most certainly not least, we did get the dust bag, which has that traditional Nadula look. I like when a dust bag has a distinct color pattern, so that if like all of my wigs are in dust bags or boxes, I can honestly always spot out my Nadula wigs a mile away. So that's pretty much it, love bugs. Here's a quick look at the hairline. You can give it a nice quick shake test. And that is pretty much it, love bugs. Be sure to check this one out. Of course, I have a direct link and all the details to this beautiful girl in the description box. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and share with your friends. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Smooches.